Hi guys, and welcome back to another video game with the powers. I'm Jake, and in today's video I will be unboxing Skytear Horde Monoliths. There we go. Skytear Horde Monoliths is the new standalone expansion for Skytear Horde. I have the original Skytear Horde game with me right here because supposedly there was a pledge for returning backers to where you get a deluxe box that will be able to fit all of this content in here and the new content in one box, and I do really enjoy that. This box is not bad. This is that I cannot talk right now. This is that magnetic box, but it does kind of bow on the sides a little bit. You can see here there's some bowing, and I think just having everything in one bigger box is really going to help the storage space in here is pretty tight, and I'll show that to you guys in a sec. But let's go ahead, jump down to the table, let's unbox this and see what we got. All right, guys, let's see. Let me open this here. So I did back the Deluxe returning bundle here, which is going to be that Deluxe box. It's going to give us everything in Monoliths, which is going to be four new decks here. It's going to give us that bigger box. It's going to get us some more Deluxe tokens. All right, what is this? This is a Castle promo pack. All right, we'll look at that in a second. And then it's going to get us those Deluxe tokens, so some extra Deluxe tokens that they've made. And let's see what we have. All right, so definitely a much bigger box. Let me get this out. Definitely a much bigger box here. Also going to come with some dividers, I believe, but I already have the dividers. But this is our box. All right, let's see on the back. So this is that Monoliths expansion. Man, that looks sweet. Let me go ahead and drop the camera down just a smidge so we can get a better look. Man, that's some really gorgeous artwork. We see Skytear Horde right there on the backside. All right, let's go ahead and open this bad boy and see what we got. All right, I'm excited. We're getting some. This is a good week for me. Long Dark Sea, got to prototype that and try that out. Now we're coming right behind it with some Skytear Horde content. I'm hoping that, like I said, my main issue with Skytear Horde is that I feel like, it was geared for a solo play, but I really wish the cooperative version was a little better. But man, I love this artwork right here. All right, so let's go ahead and dive inside the box here. All right, what do we have? So we have the Skytear Horde campaign, a little postcard here. This is the newest installment in the Skytear Horde series, where they're going to be specifically bringing in campaigns here, so you can create your own card for that and get that shared out into the community. Of course, you can sign up for their newsletter. All right, up next we got the Monoliths rulebook. So 1 to 2 solo co-op, 2 to 3 competitive, 30 minutes here. And let's just take a look at this new rulebook here. Man, it looks a lot bigger. It's obviously a lot bigger, but it looks a little more in depth than the first rule book, which is good because the first rule book was kind of, the way it was kind of structured, there wasn't a whole lot to it, really didn't give you a lot of scenarios, never really talked about difficulty or anything like this. So it looks like this rule book is much, much improved. Yeah, they have whole sections on outsiders, minions in the back line, the horde phase, right, the fight phase, specific examples, a whole section on competitive mode. That's great. Where to start. So getting an alliance deck custom or pre-made. Wow, that's pretty cool. So they got all the decks here. The horde overview. Yeah, definitely looks like a much better rulebook here than the first one. So that's really exciting. All right. What is this? This is an unboxing guide. All right. So what does this say? Let's bring this close so you guys can see here. Start top. There are two versions of the deluxe box, one for returning players and the other for new players. Both new and returning players should have this sheet, a rulebook, a punch board, set of 25 new deluxe tokens, complementing the set from the first campaign, 25 dividers from both sets, 436 shrink wrap decks, 3 decks for year 2, 3 expansions for Monoliths, challenge expansion. All right, so I'm not going to go ahead and read through this, but it looks like you can integrate year 1 cards, year 1 mixed horde deck. Here's all our deluxe tokens. Oh, they made temporary attack tokens. All right, look at that, guys. Looks like they got some temporary attack and armor tokens. I remember in the first game, Skytear Horde, it was very difficult to remember which monsters had attack and armor for just one turn. And so I would end up using dice for that. But here's our token sheet. So these would be the lanes. These look like to be the temporary armor and attack tokens. Here's some more tokens and things like that. All right, now let's take a look and see what this is. Wow. All right, we got a lot of storage here. Excuse me. Wow, we got a lot of storage here. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at this little bag and see what is in here. We have our elusive +5 and -5 health tokens. The funny thing I remember in the original game, they gave us deluxe plastic versions of the 1s and the 3s, but they never did a 5. And so we had cardboard punch out 5s when I do believe they were supposed to give us all 1s, 3s, and 5s and plastic tokens. So they definitely rectified this. So kudos to you, Skytear. We have this little token here. I have no idea what that is used for. Here is our temporary attack and armor tokens. I love that they added these. And here's a 10 castle token. I wonder if that's for the Monoliths expansion. Wow, that's probably going to be for the playmat. Maybe. We have all these, and we have all of these decks. All right. Oh, these are the... So these look to be all the dividers, all right? That's cool. So I already got some dividers in here. Okay, before we dive into these decks real quick, let's take a look at this Skytear Horde Monolith Castle promo pack. What I did see is that each character now is going to get their own castle, which is going to be really cool. So, ooh, Kichi, Heroic Ally. Wow, that's pretty cool. Hogasai, Heroic Ally. That's awesome. So these are all the new allies. These are promotional cards for them. Full body art for these allies. Wow, that's pretty cool. These are fantastic. I should have got the ones from the original Skytear Horde, but I missed out on these. So here's the castles. So the Berith, this is Framel's specific castle. This is Harald's specific castle. All right, this is Nelaklin's specific castle. Wow, that looks pretty cool. Zalkol's specific castle. You see him actually there defending the castle. Zeno of Cayenne, Hogasai's castle. All right, we got Kichi's castle, Zepiax's castle, and Setharu's castle. I think Setharu. All right, man, those are some gorgeous artworks there. For all of these cards. That's awesome to mix them in. Okay, let's go ahead and see what these are. Let's see what else is in this pack right here before we dive this bad boy open. So again, these, okay, mixed horde deck, that's new. Minions and tokens, that's pretty good. Outsiders, Renegade, Undead, Nightmare, Predator. These look to be the same. These actually are just, these look to be just cards. Like thick cardboard, where in the original, or the ones that I got online, they kind of had a gloss to them. Let me see if I can find, yeah, so you can see these are the ones I got from, I can't remember where I got them, but these kind of have a gloss to them, and on the back, it tells you exactly what is on these. Let's see if it does the same thing. Nope. On these dividers, it doesn't tell you. So these are the ones that we bought, I cannot remember. I'm going to drop it down in the description below, or if I, when I'm editing this video, I'll tell you guys. But these I really liked because it tells you the breakdown of all the monsters The new ones they just gave you look to be cardboard and nothing on the back. So what I might do is keep the original ones that I have, and then for the new ones that I get, I will just place those in there. All right, so let's continue on with the rest of these dividers. So Renegade, Undead, Nightmare, Predator, we saw Monoliths, Sinklings, Slithers, the Brood, Castles, Leviathan, Shapeshifters. Oh, so, and what's also cool is, like, I think they do the Karumo Warriors. So they say the whole thing rather than they have the specifics. So there's the difference with these two, but this one does not actually have anything on the back. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I might mix and match some of these. The ones I like and the ones I don't. Talot Followers, Neptune Illusions, Leviathan Enforcers, Karumo Artificers. So basically, I think I see, if I'm not mistaken, what the miscellaneous other alliance card, player deck 1, player deck 2. So it looks like they might give you the opportunity to, no, that would be the new deck. So I thought they were going to make each specific clan have their own, like, so within this Karumo deck, you have like warrior ninjas and something else. So I thought they would make the specific deck of that. Let me see. Let me pull some of these Karumo cards out. So like you have like shadows. So you see you have shadows, and then you have Bushido. Okay, then you have Bushido. So I thought for a second there they were going to make these specific things, but not like that. But it still works out good. All right. Well, you get all these dividers, which is awesome. Enough said for those. I'm gonna have to go through all of these, and look, we have all these decks of cards right here. So let's you know what, let's dive into them. We're gonna flash them through really quickly, show some spoilers, and then we're gonna see how they work. But definitely a lot of content. I'm gonna have to do a unboxing here. Well, not an unboxing. This is what I'm doing right now. We're gonna have to do an unboxing. I keep saying unboxing. We're going to have to do a video on probably organizing all this, but let's take a look at some of these new cards. So this is going to be a monolith deck. All right, unburied monolith, plated monolith, and we're just going to scroll through so you guys can see all of these cards. Man, this artwork is Sinklings now. We're into the Sinkling Horde deck. All right, Tower Crawler, Morpho Drainer, Concealing Mists, Flood Tide, Release and Invade. We're still in Sinklings here. These are Slitherers, all right? So now we're into the Slitherers. Pitmouth, ooh, that looks creepy. Shrub Maiden. What else we got? Spore Star, Drop Fruit, that's creepy. Rusty Mold, Mind Fungus. We're still in Slitherers. All right. So then we got some turn phase cards. We got some attachments. So these are going to be common cards. Maybe, or no, that might be the challenge. The challenge expansion. Reinforce 3, Outsider, and Outsider. So 3 Outsiders. Don't really know what those are. I'm sure I'll be told what they are. All right, so that looks to be the Monoliths, the Slitherers, and the Sinklings are in that deck. All right, let's grab the next one. All right, this looks like to be a player deck. All right, so let me take a look and see what this green deck is going to be. So looks like, let me get this out. We are going to be Talot Followers, not Talot, the Talot Custodians, all right? So this deck is going to be taking a look at the Talot Custodians and probably the new Karumo. So we got some more Dryads, some Tribesmen. Okay, so it looks like the individual allies stayed the same, so Tribesmen and Dryads, that's good. So now what you could technically do is combine all your Dryads and make a deck of just Dryads, make a deck of just Tribesmen, okay? That has the ability now. Before, you couldn't be able to do that. All right, so that is all our Talot Custodians here. Here is some castles. some more castles. These would be the actual castles, the promo cards we saw earlier. What else do we got? Kichi's Castle. Here's some portals. Here's some of the new portals that we got. The new minions. I heard that there was going to be some new minions. We got some troop tokens. These go with the blue. We got some monster tokens for slithers. All right, we got some more monsters for monoliths. Monoliths, 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 and monoliths. Okay, so that is everything in that nice little pack. We got 2 more packs to go. Let's. This is the monoliths base box. All right, let's take a look at this and see what we got here. I'm gonna have a fun time organizing all of this for sure. Let's. All right, look at this. We got a promo card. We got a promo ally right here. That looks pretty cool. So don't know what that is for. Royal Guard. All right, so that's probably in the new deck. All right, so here is going to be our new. What is this going to be? Karumo Artificers. All right, Karumo Artificers. So we got some Bushido cards, some more spells. Shadow, Boots of the Flash. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I did like the Karumos and all their attachments. I mean, that's pretty cool. Punisher Blade, Armor Tower. So I'm curious to see how these new Karumos play. All the spells, Kichi, Hokusai. All right, that's them. And then now we have the Leviathan Enforcers. All right, Leviathan Enforcers here. So Spring Watch, World Guard, and Shapeshifter are the 2 of these. So some Trappers, Rise Again, Errant Lord, Charm of Renewal, Gibbet Tower, Skytear Protector, for Leviathan, Altar of Leviathan, Royal Marksman, Field Commander, Towers, our 2 people, and a Dryad. All right. So there we go. So that was our Karumo Artificers. That was our Leviathan Enforcers. This is a pretty thick deck. Monoliths expansions, all right? Ooh, I wonder if we get to see the Colossal expansion. Let's see what we got. All right. All right, Monoliths expansion. So we got some castles. So our castles... And this is going to be our, what is this? Not the Nuptian Illusionists. These are going to be the Nuptian Diviners, all right? So the Nuptian Diviners. These guys are actually pretty hard to play. You know, they had a lot of, from the original box, they had a lot of cards that would hit hard but only take 1 damage and they're dead. And they relied a lot on drawing, but they were pretty cool. Looks like they got some pretty cool looking cards here as we're going through them. Time Traveler, Blessed Sundancer, all that stuff. There's our Heroic Allies. All right, we got some monster tokens, so that's it for our Nuptian Diviners. So we got some Brood monster tokens in here. The Brood, all right, so this is going to be the Brood Horde deck, all right, one of the new Horde decks in here, just kind of mowing through these. Man, these Overlord cards, these things are creepy. What do we got? Epic Monster Outsider, the Lost Legion. We got a new Rider of Dreams, I remember them. We got a new Silent Shard, new Ancient Reborn, Coral Beast, Toxic Breath, Genesis Monolith, Broodmother, Abyssal Terror. Oh yes, the Colossal expansion, guys. This was what was supposed to happen in the first one. You had these monsters that would be combined together, right, to, I actually think it would be that, and that maybe? Or no. It would be that, and that. Yep, I think that's so cool. Look at that. That's so cool right there. We got the Living Portal, Fungus Shield. So maybe he goes that way. And then that one's on the other side. The Titan Brood. All right, he's got 1 arm that way, the other arm that way. Look at that. That's so awesome. Overlord Limb, the Lost City. We got a Cauldron on that side. We got the Cannon on the other side. The Rider of Death. So there's his mount, Slaver of the Beasts, and his mount, Rider of Hate, and his mount. So that's pretty cool. And then the Barding, yeah, so that's how that was supposed to be from the original game, is those monsters were supposed to be colossal. Okay, so that is awesome, man. I'm so excited to dive into that colossal expansion. Last pack of cards we have here is the challenge expansion, all right? So these are going to be all cards from the original game that you can play here and basically add them into your game. These are all different versions. Add them into your game to make the difficulty increase. So I believe my understanding is like you'll see the difficulty level here with these cards. So obviously our snipers, he play Onikai minions gain +3. This one, Onikai minions gain +4. So this would be the more challenging version of this card. So each of these are going to have a harder version, and then, well, I think easier version of them, and then a much harder version of what they are. But this is pretty much the Challenger expansion. We're not adding in any new cards. These are just taking over the old cards if you wanted an easier challenge or you wanted a harder challenge. All right, guys. Well, look. Woo, that is a lot of content here for Skytear Horde. I wonder if the playmat would fit on top. I wonder if you put the playmat in there and then put that on top of the playmat, if that would work. Or maybe playmat goes on top here. These go on the bottom. That probably makes the most sense. But man, this is a lot of stuff. I'm going to have a fun time organizing all of this. My question is, am I going to want to sleeve all of this content? Because I do have all of the original Skytear Horde content sleeved. And I'm going to take a moment to show you guys the original Skytear Horde content if you have not seen it already. So this would be the original Skytear Horde content. I do love the artwork here on the inside of the box, but you can see I have everything sleeved. I have all the dividers in here. Here was the original stuff that I was talking about. They gave us just the 5 cardboard punch outs, which was hilarious. And then you had your thing here. But all right, guys, well, look, we're gonna have to check out this unboxing guide, see how I mix this stuff together, and let's see what the result is from all this stuff. Okay, so that is Skytear Horde Monoliths, guys, the standalone expansion. Definitely be on the lookout. I'm going to produce where I'm going to make videos of a lot of this content, probably showing off each of the new decks individually, taking on each of the new Horde cards that are in here. So I'm excited to dive back into some Skytear Horde. I have not played Skytear Horde in a while, so I'm curious to see how these new decks play and if that is going to kind of change my rating on the game. Like I said, I do believe I rated this an 8 out of 10. I maybe have rated it a 7.5. I'm not really sure, but I think for me the big reason why my rating was kind of low for this game is the co-op. I don't really enjoy the co-op here in the original Skytear Horde. So I'm hoping with some of these new decks that it can help with the co-op of the game and make it more enjoyable for me and Sierra or me and my other friends. But all right, guys, if you enjoyed this content, smash that like button, hit that notification bell, comment down below. Did you enjoy Skytear Horde? What are your thoughts on that? Did you back this new campaign? And are you guys ready to see some more Skytear Horde Monolith or more Skytear Horde content? As always, guys, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe so we can continue to bring you more awesome content. The more of you that subscribe, the more incentive we have to get out and start bringing them back in more games so you guys can see our thoughts and opinions and see what they're actually like when they arrive, to see if these games are right for you. As always, guys, y'all have a great one. Bye.